Yes, hello, I know what you're thinking. You're not in Italy, this isn't Rome. Why are you wearing a sports top on your holiday? And you have caught me out, I'm in London. Turns out I do a really terrible job of actually vlogging where I am if I'm with somebody else and even when I'm on my own. So this is like a little pre-explanation as to what we did in Rome before the video starts. So we stayed 4 nights, Hotel Cinque Terre. Would I recommend staying there? Sure, simple, cheapish. It's got a rooftop terrace, breakfast included, was pretty good. Room is small, but it's good enough. Centrally located. There's a metro station just nearby. The Trevi fountain is like a 10-minute walk, probably less than. I liked where we stayed. We stayed there for 4 nights. We did the Vatican City as a tour. Definitely book that as a guided tour, a skip the line guided tour. We went at 9 in the morning and there was already like, if this is the entrance to the museum and there's a street down here and then there's a corner here, and the line was like all the way down the street, around the corner and down around this road. Ridiculous. Also, if we didn't have a guide, we would have had no idea what we were looking at. So 100% recommend getting a guide that has skipped the line. It took us to the Vatican Museums, the Sistine Chapel and St. Peter's Basilica. So tick, tick, tick. Definitely recommend. It would be a crime to go to Rome and not go see St. Peter's Basilica. It is amazing. Like probably one of the most impressive things I've seen. So yeah, big tourist attractions, Coliseum, Roman Forum. We didn't actually go inside the Pantheon, which is probably a little bit of a crime, but whoopsies. What else did we do? I mean, the Trevi fountain, Spanish Steps was cool. That's basically all we did. Obviously the Vatican, go to see the Vatican. We also did a pasta making class, go to this pasta making class. It was probably the highlight of our month-long trip. Amazing. I'll put all the details later in the video. But anyway, enjoy. Okay, so we get to Rome from Venice. We walk to our hotel. These are some of the things that we saw along the way. It was really cool to see ancient buildings as soon as we got here. But to be honest with you guys, we literally just went to our hotel and slept and went to dinner because we were so exhausted. Alright, so this is our first full day in Rome. We started the morning with a short walk to the Trevi fountain, but it wasn't running because they were actually cleaning it, which they do a couple of times a day. This is the altar of the fatherland. We come back here later on in the afternoon, but these are just some of the things that we saw on our way when we were walking towards the Colosseum and the Roman Forum. This is some ancient ruins I don't know the name of, but basically every couple hundred meters in Rome you come across a different ancient ruin. So that was really, really cool. A very strange feeling to be a part of history so long ago. Don't actually look at it.
I did.
So we got here at about 9 in the morning, which was already too late. There was already quite a long line to get tickets, so either book in advance or get there earlier. We were planning to go to the Roman Forum first, but they give you ticketed time entries into the Colosseum. So we did the Colosseum first and it was incredible. It's just insane to think of the things that happened in this building. It's just, yeah, I'm speechless trying to describe it again, but just being in this building, knowing the history, learning about the history and just the size of it, it's quite incredible to think of when it was built and how they built it without the technology that we have today. So you can't go to Rome and not go into and pay to go into the Colosseum. Like, it is well worth your money and well worth your time. Alright, so Colosseum done, we move on to the Roman Forum, which is, for me, I loved both the Colosseum and the Roman Forum, but The Roman Forum is the ancient city of Rome. So the streets that you walk through, the buildings that you go to, this is ancient Rome in the day. So to me, that's insane. I thought it was really, really cool. Tyler thought the Colosseum was more impressive. So, you know, it just depends on your viewpoint, I guess. But I really enjoyed walking around and reading about what all the different buildings were. This viewpoint over the city was really nice as well. So you get like all of the things that you kind of want to see. You see the ancient buildings, you get to walk through history, you've got the views of the Colosseum, you've got the views of the city of Rome. Incredible. Honestly, do it. Hands down, 10 out of 10. It's hot and it's a large place, so please make sure you bring water. There are places to fill up your water bottle and within the Roman Forum. And one thing that I would recommend is getting some sort of map. We didn't have a map, we just kind of wandered around. Most places have like a plaque telling you what it is, but it would have been good to have a bit more of a plan of action. Where are we, Tyler?
I don't know. Lost.
At the Roman Forum, actually.
It's not the wall. But it just doesn't do it justice.
Nah.
Doesn't do it justice.
So this is a beautiful, beautiful church that is just across the road from the altar of the fatherland that we kind of just stumbled into on our way home. It is probably one of the most beautiful churches I've been to, apart from St. Peter's Basilica, which you will see soon because we go there on the next day. But it's so quiet and so peaceful. So we just came in here for a quick look. But then after this, we went back to our hotel. So because we were staying here for 4 nights, every single day during the middle of the day, we'd always go back for a bit of a lay down and a rest. And then in the afternoon, we headed to the Spanish Steps and found a nice little spot to go for dinner.
Yeah, it must be this lower section.
Pretty. Okay, so one of the things that you must do when you were in Rome is go to the Vatican City. We actually booked a Skip the Line group tour. The group that we went with was called Made in Rome Tours, and I just found it on TripAdvisor. Honestly, best thing that we ever did. Otherwise, we would have been walking through this gorgeous building, looking at things and going like, what are we even looking at? We learnt so much about everything. Like, not just the Sistine Chapel and St. Peter's Basilica, but certain paintings, what certain sculptures were, what this map room was all about, which was incredible. These are all the ancient maps of the Mediterranean, of Italy, different spots. It's honestly like 10 out of 10. You have to book a tour, and definitely book a skip the line tour like I said at the start of the video, otherwise you're going to be standing around for way too long. Now, apologies for the inception experience you're about to witness, but I took most of these videos on 0.5 zoom because this building is huge. Like, these videos don't even do it justice, but it is incredible. St. Peter's Basilica was the tallest building in Europe until the Eiffel Tower was built, and it is stunning. Probably the most impressive thing that I've seen in my life. Yeah, some of these videos are a little bit trippy. Sorry about that. But yeah, absolutely incredible. Right, your tour's over, you're outside the Vatican, you have to go to Egg Pasta for lunch. It's like a 5-minute walk down the road, one of the best pastas we had all trip.
Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the baker boy, and look, he's got a cannoli in his hand. If you marry the baker boy, he will come and he will go, and he will always mix the flour in the pan. If you marry the baker boy, he'll have the cannoli in his hand. Oh, mama, la 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 la. Oh, mama, la 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 la.
I didn't get much footage from our last day of Rome, but we did go to a cafe for breakfast called Cafe Barnum, which was delicious. And then we just spent the rest of the day wandering around in the neighborhood Trevi. We were recommended by a local, and it's a super cute neighborhood with great places to eat. So what are your thoughts on Rome so far, Tyler? Pardon?
Nice.
It's nice. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Any other words?
Don't have any words.
Okay. It's good. I'm glad you think it's nice. Turn and look at me. The mirror. Look at the mirror. And that's it. We say ciao to Roma and we head to Naples and Pompeii. See you then.